If you want the brutal truths of why you're not closing deals, you're not trained enough. All right, you haven't put in enough repetition. You haven't just done the work. All right. Now, granted, if you have been in sales for a very long time, then there is probably an underlying factor. Some you could be saying some things. You be having a lack of confidence. But generally, if you're decently new in sales, right, and you know that you haven't done any training, that is most likely the outlier. All right. Good repetition, good content, repetition. You need practice and accountability. If you have those four things, you are locked in and you will be able to improve much faster, much better. All right? Why? Because you're actually putting in those reps. You're getting in that practice. You're going to know what to say. Not only that, but you're starting to believe in what you're selling because you're putting in that reps and you're like, okay, this can make sense. And you're getting that confidence to actually step on that call and step in and start really diagnosing what they have, right? Like in terms of pain points wise, right? So let's just say you're going into a call, right? And you hit the objections phase right at the very end, and you're not confident, right? You weren't confident in the call, and they hit you with just something simple like, "Hey, I think I need to think about it." All right? No, you're not confident already because you haven't put in the repetition and you haven't put in the training reps and you haven't done all that. So you don't know what to say and you fold under pressure, all right? Because you don't know how to handle that objection. And so what you do is like, okay, yeah, awesome, sounds good. Well, is there anything that you need to think about? And then they'll be like, no, I think I just need to think about it and reconsider my decisions. All right, well, sounds good, man. I hope we can stay in contact. And definitely let me know your next steps. And then boom, you just let them off the call or let them off the sale. They're never talking to you again. But on the other hand, if you put in that repetition, you put in that training, you put in that discipline and that hard work to get better, then how would that call go? All right. Hey, I think I need to think about it. All right. Hey, yeah, totally understandable. What is it that you need to think about, right? Again, that is a good way to get what they're actually thinking about, just like whatever reason that they're gonna come up with at that moment. And it's just like, oh, it's just this, and this, and this. Okay, awesome. Well, yeah, usually when people say that, they don't really mean that, and it's usually something just based on time restraint, around the budget, or they just don't see the value in the offer. So, is any of those three? Boom, you pick out those three. Alright, it's gonna be one of those three. And then, once they pick that out, and then you can start overcoming the real objection, right? That first objection is not real. It's just smokescreen because they're trying to get off that call easy. Now, sometimes you will have those hard heads that will just tell you straight up, just like, hey, hell nah, like, nah, I don't want to do this. And then you can overcome that too, just like, hey, why don't you want to do this, man? And then they'll be like, I just don't see the value in this, man. It doesn't make sense for me. And you just be like, hey, well, I understand that, but earlier you said you wanted to make your life better and improve the things in your life and your family's lives. I'm just saying this as an example. And then just be like, he'll be like, yeah, but I just didn't expect it to be like this much, or I didn't expect it. It's like I was expecting something more. It's like, okay, what were you expecting? It's like, okay, so let me ask you this: if you were able to get your family's lives, or improve your lives and improve your family's lives with this program, would you say that it would be worth putting in that one-time investment? Right? Let's say you scale your income 5 times, right? Would you say that that person who made 5 times their income, what do you think they would say to you right now? Right? So we're trying to get them to think about their future and then where they are right now. So one thing that is really huge is whenever they're just like, you know, they tell you something and then the price, right? How to overcome that price is if they object on the price, then you could just be like, hey, well, I'm just confused earlier because you said that you wanted to improve your life and you wanted to change your life, but now you're having second thoughts, man. So let me just ask you this, right? Let's picture two people right here. The one right now, which is you right now in your current situation, and the one who has the life you want to live and who wanted to achieve all those goals that you were telling me before, right? What decision do you think that they would make to get to that goal, right? And then they'll tell you that, and most likely they're gonna say, "Hey, I think the best decision would be to go through this, right? If you did your discovery right and you pitched and you actually have a good offer and they see the value in it, but it's just the price, that is such an easy way to overcome that price. Because then they see, oh man, change is scary, and that's the main thing. They're scared. They're scared to change, and they're scared to lose that money because that's changing too, right? And they're scared. There's doubts. It's like, oh, what if I do this? When will I do that? And you know, uncover that too if they are, if you feel like they're having those doubts. But my point is that by saying that, you let them tap into the future and their desired state of where they want to be, right? So that desired state and that desired person, what would that person do? It would make the investment to scale your income, to make your family's lives better, to give you the life that you want it to be or that you want it to have. Boom. He'll be like, all right, yeah, I guess you're right. And then it's a one-time payment, right? One-time payment to set your life up for the rest of success or the rest of your life, right? For success. And it's a no-brainer, right? And your prospect will eventually see that, right? So that is one of my favorite ways to overcome the price objection. I kind of just like did some weird transformations here, guys. I don't know. I'm just yapping on off the whim. Let me know what you guys thought of this video. Hope you guys definitely got some value out of it. And we're going to come back next week, even more stronger. We're going to be posting 4 times a week. This is my 4th video. So next week, I'm going to come back with even more value, even more skills, even more better quality content. So make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and that notification bell. And we'll tap into you guys next time. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Let's close some deals. All right, how about that? Let's close some deals today. Subscribe, brother. Oops.